Hello and welcome, you amazing person. My name is Rob. I am the Manic Gaming Guy. In today's video, we're going to be playing some automation, where I'm going to be showing you some tutorials. This is the first one of many tutorials to come, where I'm going to be showing you the props individually, how I place them, how I would style them, and how I would code them to get them to work when you export them to BeamNG. Let's open up the tutorial car and get started. As this is the first video of the car, I may as well show you what is this car made out of quickly. So this is the original body, looking good, very nice, very basic. The engine's got ridiculous amount of horsepower, 608. It's turbocharged, it's an inline 6. That's probably all you need to know about that. I've done some bare minimum styling. I will do some more at some point. I think I spent maybe an hour, if that, on the styling. So yeah, very bare minimum. And what we're going to be looking at today is adding some pedals. You may be thinking, what a weird place to start when it comes to a tutorial on props and movement. Most people would probably start with the steering wheel. But the reason I'm starting with pedals is someone asked me directly in one of my comments, can you show us a tutorial on pedals? And I said, well, actually, I've got an idea of a tutorial series coming up soon. I'll be adding it to that. So I made it my first one. So once you've got your car looking pretty tasty, you're going to be wanting to add the interior. Don't make the mistake going too crazy on the outside, because you're going to eventually want to click this button so you can see the inside, and the more stuff you've got on the outside, the harder it's going to be to see what's going on. I recommend as well leaving door cards and stuff like that off. Work from the center of the car and explore your way out. And today's ones, like I said, are going to be pedals. So we'll jump over to the interior 3D buttons. We've got the sports kit. Where's the sport kit? RB race kit pedals. I choose the clutch. There we go. We're going to put that in. Click the 3D button. Click the arrows. Make sure snap angle's on. And we're going to put it in perfectly level, using all of the arrows we got to our ability. We're going to try and level it up nicely to the back, I guess, and put it into place where you reckon the clutch would go. Now obviously you have two positions. You're going to have the fully down position, which is going to be like this one, and then the fully up position. There's no reason why you can't be like, maybe that's my fully down and that's my fully up. No harm in that whatsoever. You would probably want to set it up somewhere, ooh, that's sticking out quite a bit, and maybe somewhere like this. This will obviously be clipping through the floor, so maybe you would want to make sure you've got your pedals like this first. Use the middle button, click to spin around. Get your angles right. I tend to test it for the floor, be clipped. You can obviously click that button to get rid of the green outline. See it clipping? This is going to be the final position if we pushed all the way down. And I think that will work fine. And I'll use the shift button to duplicate it. Move it over slightly, keeping it in the same line. I can just use the red arrow. Change it to brake, and then copy it over again, and then you'll find you'll have throttle. And then I'll probably set this up too low. Yeah, the throttle's almost clipping. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I just push Control Z, which we changed the. I meant to push Shift C to go into free cam. We can zoom in a little bit closer. It is quite low. And the angle is pretty aggressive, so let's move them up a bit. And I'm just going to keep them up together. Obviously we can restart the process again, but I'm just going to eye it up. If you restart the process, you know they're definitely level, but this will do. I think that's fine. And then if you want to go supreme on the detail, I recommend what you do is you'd copy each one again. You want your clutch copied, you want your brake copied, and you want your throttle copied. Go back to your first one. Now this one we're not going to code, so everything in the top, you don't have to see this, but I'm doing this for if you see it or if you just want peace of mind, know it's working. So this one we're going to make the pedals go invisible. You go through the materials, Finding, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, sure, keep it as it is. Finding which one's the right one, and it's going to be a bit harder because where it is. Maybe move it forward. It's going to be that one, and where's the pedal going to be? I've got the dots, the two end ones, and the black one. Okay, at the beginning, yeah. Sound. I can do that. Control Z to put it back into position. I'm gonna make these two invisible. That'll make all the dots and that go away, and then this one invisible. Okay, and then I can use the snap angle. No, I want to go to the other one. Keep snap angle on. I'm just going to do one click. That's 15 degrees of angle. It's snapped up there, which is a nice amount of movement, I think, for pedals. And this one, I want everything to go apart from the ones we just got rid of. So that's these ones here. And you're going to do this to all of them. All your pedals. Obviously, I don't need to make you watch all that, but I will show you what's... Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to leave that one in there. So this one's now just a pedal. We can move that. That's going to be what's moving. Then we go inside. You can notice all this stuff stays as it is. And I see my pedal, thank you. As the pedal moves, everything else will stay where it is. Obviously, you can do adjustments or whatever you like to it. But I'm going to now go through all the pedals and do that to them. Okay, that didn't take too long. I actually put these into their 15 degree positions first and then try and figure out where the materials was. A lot easier doing it that way rather than trying to guess it. Yeah, so now these ones are literally just the brackets at the top. These ones are now all set up to be the pedals and the pedal arms, like so. We've got them set up in the position they want to be starting in at 0. So you don't want to be starting at full lock, which would be that. You want to be starting at the 0 point at your desired degrees. And I recommend you can use the lock to work out your degrees and other parameters up there you can use as well. Right, so that's that stage of getting them all set up. The next bit is the code, which you want to be going down to here, clicking the description, and then you're going to be probably going into my description of this video. On the way past, hit the like button and copy the codes. Well, obviously, if you don't hit the like button, the code won't work. Obviously, I'm not lying. I may be lying, but you know, while you're there, be looking at the like button. You can hit the subscribe button if you wish as well. Who knows? Because there will be plenty more of these amazing tutorials to come. Anyway, so go get that code and copy it into here. That's what I'm going to do right now. Okay. I've just pasted it in. Now you will see I've done a lot of the hard work for you by letting me in the actual hard bit of the code. You do need to do some things though first. You need to change these prop numbers to your clutch, brake and pedal. You should know which ones they are. You put them in the car. Okay, so you will go into your fittings. I've got mine right at the end, luckily. My top tip as well, if you've been designing your car already and these props are right in the middle somewhere, just grab the prop. I'm going to grab the end one and then just click on a different one and go back to it before you do all your coding and stuff. And okay, now I've got green pedal dots. I'm not really too fussed about that. That could be fine. And what that was done now, wait, still got the right things there. Yeah, that's sound. Is it puts it right to the end of the list. I would do that all my things in order. So I would grab the wheel, you know, send it to another one before I do all my code. So everything that I'm going to be coding comes at the end of the big list of prop numbers. It saves you just trying to look through them all or trying to click on them to find them. They'll all just be there right at the end. Easier for cross-referencing, make sure you've got it all right at the end. So mine are 32, 33 and 32. They are in order. So I start on clutch. Let's put the thing back on. Clutch, brake, throttle. Okay. You might have yours in different orders. I don't know. This is UK car styles. You might be doing a automatic, so you need the brake and throttle. I don't know, but you should know what you put in. So you should know what you need to code. And I completely forgot what numbers I was doing. 32, 33 and 34. So clutch would be 32. Brake would be 33. And then throttle 34. Be careful I don't ruin any of the commas or anything like that. Now this is set up, like I said, to 15 degrees. So it's going to be rotating on this circle here. This, if you want a full breakdown of all the code and that, and there are videos that really do explain it pretty well. I tend to do a lot of re-guessing anyway. I know that these first 3 circles are rotation. You've got your Z, Y, and other rotation. So we go into props, and I'll just click on this thing. So these are your rotations. You've got the red one, you've got the blue one, and you've got the green one. Okay, that's your Y, Z, and whatever. Where is it written down? Y, Z, yeah, X, Y, and Z. There you go. Rotation. So you got your green one is X, your red one's X, the green one's Y, and the blue one's Z. So if you need to come cross-reference, you're trying to work out which one it is. You may have to look online to find out which order they come in, because I don't remember off the top of my head, because I always just tend to guess or have some code already pre-written for me in the sense I've written it already, so I just copy and paste. That's the first 3 circles there, rotation, and then the next ones are translation, I think it is. So basically forward and backwards on those different axes as well. And then you would have your min and maximum values. In this case, we don't need them as much. We're just going to put at 1, so it's just basically on, and 15 is going to be the rotation value, rather than you could probably put 1 here and 15 over here as your rotational value, because it will still sort of do the same sort of thing. But I found this way works a lot nicer and smoother for when it comes to a accelerated input. So not just one that's off and on, one that's continuously either coming on, it's like a percentage, 10, 20, 30, 40. I tend to find this one works this way a lot better. Then you've got your offset number. That will offset it to the code that is already input. So maybe you've got some things running off the same code and you need to offset it to the other one, like we do with the manual H shifter. Then you can use that sort of thing. And this one is the multiplier. We don't really need it at this stage, but basically it'll just multiply the code. I think it might multiply everything. So this comes 30, that's 2. Not too sure, not really used it. So if you wanted more distance in this case, you'd change this number. So I've got 15 degrees. Say you wanted 20 or 40, 35, swing, and then you'd change it there. Mine is also set up as minus because of the direction we want it to go. You'd have to experiment sometimes to get the minus not right, because I think it does it from the toe point of the car. So if you're at the back of the car, it would be different. I can't remember. It's a bit crazy. Sometimes you'll get things wrong. Just go back into the description and change it again. Right, so that's all settled. That's it. That's all you're going to need. And then you'd obviously export your car and go test it out. So let's do that, shall we? And here we are in the beautiful BeamNG world. Let's have a little look at the car. I don't think I've actually exported it properly yet. Yeah, it's looking quite beastie. I'm liking it. This is just a little map I've been working on, A little fun, drifty woo map. Quite fun to play on. If you want to get early access to all my maps, join me on Patreon, where we can all have a little chin chat and wiggle and giggle about map making, which is quite hard in BeamNG for some reason. It could be made a lot easier if those guys put a little bit more effort into the map editor, but none the least, we all still have fun messing things up. So here we are in my car. I'm going to go to the relative view now. I'm going to have a look at the pedals. This was the main reason why we're here. And there they are. There you go. They're in their normal position. And so we get a bit of a look, try and get a look at all of it working. I obviously, when I did that copy and paste thing and changed it all, I think I broke the colours on this one. But I believe the brake looks like it's working. No, the brake's broken as well. Why has that happened? That shouldn't have been a thing. Is the clutch a problem? The clutch worked. Well, I broke it. Okay, some reason the clutch worked. And it's changing gear perfectly fine. I don't know what happened to the brakes and the throttle. The technique is right. I promise you. But at least we got the ratios right. Here we go. Then we put full throttle down. And it goes from there, 15 degrees right to the bottom. Which is pretty good. Why is this car so quiet? It's barely got a rumble to it. I have to fix that at some point. But that's it. We now got working brakes. And working throttle, vroom, and a working clutch. and brake. Very good, very nice. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that, people. Next up, maybe we'll put the handbrake on, so we'll get some full brake matching to the handbrake, because we do have that ability. But apart from that, I forgot to see, does the throttle really match up? Okay, I am on keyboard, so it's probably not going to work doing it like that. But I'm pretty sure it looks like to me that bottom green mark down here is matching the revs to the pedal pretty well. So I think that's it. I think that's successful working pedals. If you do enjoy these sort of videos and you're liking this tutorial, I've got more to come, so please feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you found this video helpful in any way, hit that like button and help people find how to make this themselves, so we can all have better cars being made in automation to play in BeamNG. I have got various other tutorials for you already in automation, but this little series is going to be about going a bit more in depth about props and about placing them and how I go about it to get a nice outcome. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the track. Vroom, vroom! Yeah, here we goes. Yeah, woo. I'm gonna make this a drift car. Be real, stay safe and share that love. Bye-bye!